Hey everybody, I wanted to try another one of the problems here in the counting section. This is a conditional probability at the end of the day, but the dice questions are always a little tricky. I like teaching dice. The game of roulette is a fun game at the casino. I'll just mention that the reason why I think the game of roulette is, sorry, not roulette, craps. The reason why I think craps is a fun game at the casino is because normally when somebody wins at the table, everybody wins at the table. When you bet on the come line, everyone wins on the come line bet. So that's how you start the game. So when one person wins, everybody wins. So if you go to the casino and you see lots of people cheering, it's normally at the craps table. And craps is played with two dice, with a pair of dice. So let's talk about a pair of dice. The way that we normally talk about a pair of dice is we talk about the sum of the dice. So you see here, this question is asking about a pair of dice, and the given is that the sum of the dice is 6. Okay, so to start out here, we're using a 6-sided die. So I'm just going through here and putting in the dice, and I'll go through here and put in the second die. So when I do this in class, I have to do this all by hand, but actually it's not so bad. I'm just adding those. So this is a 1 and a 1. We call that snake eyes, actually. And what's cool is I can just scroll down. That didn't work, did it? Oh, it didn't. Okay, so I actually... Alright, so I'm never... Po Buddy's nerfed here, right? So what do I want to do? I want to freeze the 1 because I don't want it to move down. And on this one, I think I want to freeze the A. All right, let's see if that makes any difference. There you go. So it should be 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 6 plus 1. Okay. And then let's do... let's see if I can drag it across this time. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get this perfect, I know I just got it right. If you don't get this perfect, it's not the end of the world. You can fill these in pretty quickly. Like I said, I do it by hand in class if I was going to teach this class. Okay, so these are all the results that are possible when you roll 2 dice, the sum of the dice. And we also see that the, let's highlight this, huh? So these are the results that are possible, and this is the first die. Let's give it a green color, and this is the second die. I should have probably picked colors that actually made each other, but that's okay. So if you roll a 1 and a 1, you get a 2. If you roll a 5 and a 1, you get a 6. So the first question, so let's examine the question now. What is the probability that at least one of a pair of dice lands of 2, given that the sum of the dice is 6? Okay, so we're looking for the probability that a die is 2, given that the sum is 6. So that's my what I'm trying to find here. So I'm going to go immediately to my equation. Remember, the equation is the die is 2 and the sum is 6 divided by the given, the probability that the sum is 6. Oh, it doesn't like me hitting enter there. Oops, Control Z, Control Z. What I shouldn't have done was I shouldn't have put that equal sign. It's mad about that equal sign. There you go. So what I'm doing here is I'm asking to do this conditional probability. I'm just using the definition of conditional probability that you do the intersection divided by the given. So now what I have to do is I have to find where one die is 2 and the sum is 6, and I have to find where the sum is 6. So the sum is 6 on this diagonal here. See this diagonal? So there are 6 by 6 total options. So I think that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices, and there are 36 total options for the die. Oh, up, up, up. Don't you change that to a date. Equals 5 divided by 36. Just make it equals, huh? Really? Why are you going to make that a date? I don't want that to be a date. I want that to be a number. There we go. So 5 sixes and 36 total answers. Then, I'm sorry, that was where the sum was 6, right? So 5 divided by 36, I've done that piece, I haven't done this piece. So now I need to find where the die is 2 and the sum is 6. So this is going to be even more restrictive. I have to have the sum to be 6, but one of the dies must be 2. So that happens here, and that happens here. First, I look where this die is 2, and I only pick the places where it's 6. So that only happens in 2 out of the 36 places. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to divide those two things, because my conditional probability was required that the sum was 6, and I want to know what's the probability that I get a die, being 2 under that given. And actually, if you look at this, there were 2 places where the die could be 2, and there were 5 places where the die could be 6. So it's actually 2 out of 5. I know I cheated on the last video, and I kind of skipped over that, but so there we go. 40% of the time, we're going to have a 2 in one of the die. All right, keep working hard.